In the last part of this question, question 2.7.5c, we are asked what happens when elasticity of demand equals to -1. At which quantity does this occur? Now, we know that elasticity of demand is a function of quantity. We have Q in the formula. So, elasticity of demand is equal to 1 minus 1800 divided by Q. Meaning, when elasticity of demand equals to -1, what's gonna be our Q? 1 minus 1800 divided by Q. Let's do the math. If we do the math, well, we can take the -1 from the left and bring it to the right side, which is gonna become positive. And the minus 1800Q, we take it to the left side, which is also gonna become positive. Meaning that we will have 1800 divided by Q equals to 1 plus 1. Or 1800 divided by Q equals to 2, which means that quantity equals to 900, and that's the answer. But what does this mean? Well, what it means is that at the quantity level of 900, when people demand 900 units, so at quantity demanded of 900 units, the elasticity of demand equals to -1. And remember, what is the elasticity of demand? That means that when price increases by 1%, quantity demanded decreases exactly by 1%. And in economics, we usually call this unitary elasticity. So elasticity is unitary. It's proportional, right? The increase in price is exactly the same as the decrease in the quantity. Now, let's solve the second case. They ask us what happens when the elasticity of demand equals to 0. And let's see what was the intuition here. Elasticity of demand equals to 0. Well, if elasticity of demand equals to 0, it means that when there is an increase in the price by 1%, there is no change in quantity. So quantity does not is not affected at all. And again, we call this perfectly inelastic demand. We call this a perfectly inelastic demand. And does it make sense, like the words, what is inelastic demand? Where inelastic, if it makes it more practical, think of it as insensitive. People don't react. People are not sensitive to prices. So when people are not sensitive to prices, it means that if they go up, like in this case, well, they will not change their demand. They'll still buy as much as they want. Well, let's see what's the level of the quantity when this happens. Remember, elasticity was equal to 1 minus 1800 divided by Q, which means that if elasticity is equal to 0, then we have 0 equals to 1 minus 1800 over Q. Let's take the minus 1800 to the other side to make it positive. So we would have 1800 divided by Q equals to 1, which means that Q equals to 1800. So if people already demand 1800 units, any change in price does not affect the demand anymore. They're insensitive. They don't react to prices anymore. And that's it. We are done with this question.